127 injections, 29 months on a GLP1. My name's Alonda, and this is my Friday weekly update. For anyone who's new, I've been on my GLP1 weight loss journey since February of 2024. I've lost roughly 80 pounds, and I play between name brand and compound tirzepatide. With that stated, I'd like to thank Mochi Health for sponsoring today's video. Mochi Health is a telehealth provider. You would take an online quiz. After that, you would pair yourself up with your preferred physician. You and the physician would discuss what type of medications will be best suited for you and your needs. Your needs may include weight loss, hair loss, women's health, men's health, mental health, an array of possibilities. From that, the medications are sent straight to your home. Tirzepatides are $199 and semaglutides are $99. I personally love taking my tirzepatide because I'm able to stack, as people like to say, peptides. I have tirzepatide, L-carnitine, and NAD+. I am also adding glutathione? Yes, glutathione to the mix. So yeah, I truly enjoy the services that they provide, in addition to the lightness of my wallet. Now, this is again my Friday weekly update. So what has gone on? It's a carryover from last week. If you saw last week's video, life was lifing. It was hitting me left and right, and I was just ducking, dodging. To be honest, I fell down. I hit the ground. But this week, I worked on getting my way and myself back up. And when I state that, I personally mean that there were opportunities that I would normally have turned down and said, no, I'm not up to it. No, I don't want to do it. Thank you for the invite, but I'll pass. And instead, I stepped forward and I did some of the things. A family member had a birthday party. Not really where I wanted to go, but not my birthday. But I did attend. It was a really nice situation. Her group a little loud. They a little loud, and I'm more of a reserved type person. But I went out. I was worried about having drinks because I'm not really a drinker. Now in college, yes, your girl was a drinker. As an adult, no. I have too many mindsets. You got to drive home. You got kids. What if you get pulled over? You're a school teacher. So I don't really prefer to drink when I go out. And I was driving. So I got there and everyone was drinking because that's they group drinks. And so here I am with my little Dr. Pepper with a cherry in it, make it fancy, and my water. And then while they were buying pretty large meals, I stayed on the appetizer, platter. My cousin is on a GLP1, but her friends are not. So I kind of watched her kind of nitpick, and she kind of winked at me and I winked at her because she knew and I knew what was going on when all these plates were coming out, like family sized, but for one individual. But again, mentally I could have said, no, I really don't want to go. Thank you for the invite, but I'll pass. But no, instead I got dolled up and I went. Then a coworker reached out and said, hey, do you like line dancing? And I said, yeah, last summer I took some classes trying to get into the swing of things. And so we went to a sports bar, and it's actually a sports bar in the neighborhood that I grew up in. So that was kind of funny, just being in my old neighborhood. But reality is, at the very last minute, because she showed up at 7. So at like 6:50, I was about to say, I'll pass. Like I was really about to text her and say, girl, don't worry about picking me up. I'll pass. But I didn't. I went on and went. I did vow this week that I wasn't going to do any strength training. I was going to let my body kind of take a rest day. And I'm kind of happy I did. I really am happy I did, because when I strength train, my body retains a lot of water. I deal with inflammation, period. That's just been the name of my life. I didn't know I had so much inflammation until I started taking the GLP1, and then I could actually see it. And when I play on the scale, I'm like, oh shoot, because that girl be like this. She'd be up and down, up and down, up and down because of my inflammation. And so I do feel very envious to people who can do sticky notes, like Perfectly Pamela, Grays. Y'all do the sticky notes and y'all can pull them off. I will never be able to. Not with my inflammation. It ain't happening. And so with that being stated, I chose not to do any workouts this week. And going out to the dinner, which they had a little dance pad, so we did that, and then we danced a little bit. Now, mind you, it was like 7 o'clock in the afternoon, so it was a little weird, but you know, we still danced. And then on Tuesday, when I went to the line dancing, I got some more calories burned. Now, on this coming up Sunday, another group of my friends have invited me to a luncheon that is Mamma Mia themed. So again, where my first mindset is, no, I don't want to go, I actually am gonna go. I already have my outfit picked out. They say wear sequins, I will be wearing some sequins. But again, life has been lifing, and it has caused me to go down, which is where I was when I first started my weight loss journey. I was hiding, I was not motivated, I just didn't really want to participate in life. My way of participating was making sure that my children had what they needed and that they were at the places they had to be at. I didn't really put me first, but this week I have been putting me first, and it can get a little uncomfortable. Like I said, I want to be like, no, it's okay, but in the same breath, I'm like, yeah, I should really go. I should go. And so at least twice I have gone. I will be going on Sunday. I will be going. I've already said it out loud. Reservations have been booked. Another friend is having a party in a few weeks, and at first I was like, and then I was like, no, we're going. So it's almost like a way of saying yes, regardless, but really it's just my chance of saying, no, Alonda, this is for you. You need to do this. Kind of like the medication. This is for you. You need to do this. So it's just following through. What day was that? Monday or Tuesday? No, it's Tuesday. Tuesday, I had 3 doctor's appointments. So let me share those with you.
So I was the first patient for the day, and when I stood on the scale, I was 183.2, and so I was like, ooh, can I go to the bathroom? And when I got in the bathroom, I was like, dang, I look skinny today. I am looking and now feeling skinny. It was a good day. So I was only hoping that the rest of the day would continue to be great.
So I just came out of my cardiologist appointment. This was my 6th month. I'll see him in 9 months. He is going to keep a track on my heart because my blood pressure today was pretty low. And as he looked into my file, he noticed that at my other appointments, it's been steadily low. But when I get up, I don't have dizziness. I don't have any of those issues. So he doesn't want to take me off of it. He just wants to monitor it. And if for some reason, I'm going down, then he is going to pull me off of it, which is kind of like a good, bad thing, because my blood pressure medicine also has a diuretic. And as you know, I deal with inflammation. And like he just said, I'm the big question mark patient. We have no idea why I deal with the inflammation. We have experimental hypotheses. That's what he said, experimental hypotheses, but no actual evidence or answer to why it occurs. But so yeah, it's a good bad thing because my blood pressure seems to be going in a good direction, which means he can take me off of it, which means I go from 3 to 2 medications. I mean, really it's 4 to 3 because Zepbound or tirzepatide. But once they take me off of that blood pressure, I'll just have a Lasix and Zepbound. Is that right? Yeah, those will be my only 2 medications that I'm on. So from going to 10 medications to 2, what? That's crazy. But just wanted to give you an update. All right. Hello, everybody. So in case I didn't tell y'all, this Tuesday is my doctor day. I have 3 appointments. I've gone to the cardiologist. I just walked out of my sleep doctor's office. I hadn't seen her in 2 years, to be honest. But again, my doctors are able to see what's kind of going on. And last year, if you recall, through Mochi, I did a sleep study. I sent the results over to her. She reviewed them. She actually asked me to bring in my CPAP machine. I'm not sure if I explained that to y'all, but she asked me to bring in the little cartridge in my CPAP machine because she wanted to kind of check the levels compared to what the results were. Well, then she made me schedule to come back to see if there's any difference in my readings. So we are going to adjust my CPAP machine just a little bit because right now it's forceful. It's sending a lot of force to keep me from dealing with my obstructive sleep apnea. So she just said, keep doing what you're doing. Yay, yay, yay. I said, okay, okay, okay. And we all know this, but it still plays a mental game. So I was one weight at my cardiologist appointment, which was at 8:15 this morning. It is now 10:27 because this appointment was at 10. I was a different weight, and the only thing I've had today was my protein shake. I'm actually about to go eat because next I go across the street to my oncologist. And I know normally people say oncologist meaning cancer, but oncologist for me is my iron blood doctor. She's the one that would give me my iron infusions, which we know I can't do anymore because I'm allergic to the iron, and it sends me into God dang it, I can't talk today. Anaphylactic shock. Because the last time it happened, my son was with me and they had to call EMT, and they were about to rush me back over here across the street to the hospital. Anybody who knows, this is Herman Memorial in Willowbrook. They were about to rush me back over here. So I have several hours before I go to that appointment. So I'm gonna go get something to eat. Now what I'm gonna eat, I haven't figured out yet. In theory, I could just go home because I live like 20-25 minutes from here. I could just go home and eat. Actually, you know what? That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go home and eat because that's a safe bet. I know I can control what's going on at home. I don't know what I can control over here at 10:26 in the morning. Yeah, it's an awkward time. I don't know, but 1 o'clock over here, and it's raining, so my hair's starting to get big. It's getting big. So next video will probably be a bun on top of my head or something like that. All right, y'all. I will see y'all in a bit. Oh, by the way, I told y'all everything was fine. I'm gonna stay on the CPAP. We're just gonna turn down the things. Yeah, I think I covered everything. I kid you not, this channel is actually kind of like a diary for me because I get home and, you know, co-parent Chris, he asked me what happened. I'll be like, I don't know. So tell you the brain. All right, so I just came back from my oncology appointment. I'm at my house because I forgot to film, so I'm gonna make this very, very quick. Everything went great. My iron levels are great. I do not have any reoccurrence of blood clots, and yeah, that's a wrap. I then swung home, grabbed my son, took him to water polo practice. Now I'm back home, and yeah, now it's movie time. So overall, the week has been pretty good. I'm just trying to rebound from last week where life was just lifing and things were just mentally and emotionally draining. But there have been some rainbows in the sky, and I am truly embracing those and taking a moment to just embrace life. It is what it is, and I have to find a way to just be happy with what's coming next. Just be happy. So yeah, that's where I stand. Life is lifing. I am adjusting, and I'm enjoying the little moments of rainbow and sunshine as they come. Let's get into this injection. Happy Friday. We are going to go ahead and do this injection. I actually have 2 injections for you. The first one will be tirzepatide with NAD and L-carnitine, and the second injection is my 100 units of glutathione, which I take 3 times a week, so Monday, Wednesday, Friday. All right, so I have my alcohol pad. I have already filled up my syringes because I didn't want this video to take forever. Outfit for today, green shorts, cream shirt, feeling thin, having one of those days. Scale does not reflect it, but that's okay. That's okay. Be in the scale, which is sad because I officially have a ton of scales in my house to the point where I am donating 3 and keeping 2. And I have a video coming up thanks to a sponsor. And actually, if you have not signed up for this month's newsletter, go ahead and take care of that. I'll leave the little QR code right there because they have been gracious enough to give to give one of their scales out to one of the newsletter subscribers. So on, what is that, June 30th? That's when that cutoff will happen. And then August 1st, the system that I use will randomly select one of the newsletter subscribers to win the scale. So trizepatide going in. My skin's been a little sensitive lately. Come on, go in. There we go. And I say a little sensitive lately, meaning I feel a little more when I give my injection. I don't know what that's about. I have no idea. Okay, so trizepatide done. Now the other problem is I just got out the shower and I lotioned my body from top to bottom, including my belly area. I wasn't thinking. Okay, my gluta I'm going to do on my right hand side. Gluta! In my mind it sounds like Ludacris when he goes, gluta. But in my head I hear gluta, glutathione. And for anyone who's like, what is that for? To be honest, all I know is it cleanses the liver and it helps with cell growth. That's the get it. And it's 100 units. All right, going in. That's a song too. I'm going in, I'm going in. If my students did listen to my channel, they'd be so embarrassed. Like, oh my gosh, she's doing it again. Because in class, when people say random stuff, all of a sudden I think of a song and I start singing it. And someone mentioned that recently. Yeah, whoever it was, we're in the same boat. Certain phrases, certain words remind me of a song, and then I have to start singing it. Ooh. Let's see. Something interesting that I can kill time with is that I've been trying to jump rope. Last time I tried jump roping, it wasn't so great. It wasn't so great. And so I pretty much gave up on it, which is sad because jump roping is a really good activity and actually helps to build up these areas. It really is a good activity, but I just can't jump rope. I mean, I can, I'm just not really good at it at all. I don't know if it's the boob issue or the fact that I really can't get my body off the ground. I don't know, but I found a really good go-between and I will do a whole video on it. It's just that it's sitting right here, so I feel like I should show y'all. And this is called Cross Rope, and I'd like to thank them for sending this out to me. I actually reached out to them because I was looking at alternatives or things I could do to jump rope without having to physically jump over the rope, because that was my problem. I would get to about 12 or 13 and then I would start tripping and getting frustrated, and it just wasn't a good thing for me. So this is Cross Rope. I will be doing some workouts with it, trying to figure it all out. My son is so excited. Christian, are you excited about cross rope?
Yes, I am.
So excited. But basically it's a jump rope and it's weighted. It's a jump rope that's weighted, and it doesn't have an actual rope. It has these cords that move, and then you kind of, and it's just like jump roping without actually putting that space between your feet. Now you can do that, but I know physically that's not my starting point. And I tell you all this for that reason. A lot of times we forget what our starting point is. I know for some of the challenges that I see, you know, it's like, go ahead and go do blah, 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 blah. Well, you haven't done this much. So how you finna do this much? You're gonna do this much and get frustrated. And so as I wrap this video up, I just want to remind everyone that it's okay to start at your starting point. It's kind of like this medication. We started at 2.5s, most of us. And then we worked our way up the ladder. You don't have to start with 15 and be like, okay, let's start this journey. Start at where you are. Start at where you're comfortable. So I just want to remind everyone of that. I had a conversation about it last night, and it brought me back to, I just got a jump rope that I know I feel like I can do it, because it's taking into account the things I know I can do and the expectations that I've set for myself. So I know what I want to do. I just have to start with where I am so I can get to where I feel like I should be. So yeah, I hope y'all are well. Yeah, I'm gonna keep wrapping up these videos because y'all know it's summertime. So I have time, I can actually hit the list. And then some of you have emailed me, or not even so much email, I don't know what you call it. You've used the Google form down below for questions. And a couple of y'all have asked, like, share your workout, share your this, share your that. So that's where some of these videos are coming out from. So I thank y'all, and of course, keep them coming. I'll talk to y'all later.